Diddy, of course, one of the most powerful hip hop moguls today, was sentenced to 4 years and 2 months in prison after a judge cited a long history of abusing women. The decision comes after months of escalating allegations, lawsuits, and public debate over whether the industry has enabled his behavior for decades, which I actually think that the industry turns a blind eye to a lot of people's behavior.
It seems to me though that the judge is kind of like doing like the Al Capone tax thing or the OJ Simpson football card thing where he's trying to just get Diddy,
On
punish
something.
Diddy on what he got convicted for, but punish him for everything he's accused of, everything that they don't like beating up Cassie in a hotel, you know. So it seems to me like, yeah, we got you on this, but we're gonna punish you for what we feel like is
What we feel like we should punish you for,
yeah.
even though you may not have been convicted for these things.
Right.
I personally feel that this is why you're getting this particular
Because I'm the
punishment.
judge and I'm gonna judge you and I'm gonna hand it to you
Yeah.
real quick. And the question is raised: was it a fair sentence? And I don't know, but I do think that like public perception is weird, man. When he got charged, when I say everybody, I mean most people were against him when he got charged. But once he was acquitted, it seems like public opinion is kind of swaying a little bit more in his favor. At least 50-50 now. And even they're even attacking Cassie, because Cassie wrote a letter to the judge for the sentencing. Oh, she took money and she was a participant because she was setting everything up. And like I try to explain to people, you know, when you're in an abusive relationship, just because you're participating doesn't mean that you want to do it. He felt like, you know, a lot of times abusers are the abused who are abused will do stuff to try to make the abuser happy. So that would explain why she was participating and setting stuff up. That's why I feel like a lot of what we were saying about like folks not working with him and all that, I feel like he can make a full comeback based upon just public perception. I think public perception is swayed, and even him getting all this jail time, he's gonna get even more sympathy.
I mean, but for an independent, I think this is why it's important to be very mindful of who you associate with, how you represent yourself. And it's like, but now you're at a point where you're compromising yourself or putting yourself in an uncompromising space and allowing yourself to be put in those spaces. Well, you know, it stated that she was in this space with Metro Boomin and his friends. Metro was allegedly doing codeine, right? And so this is what she's stating what she saw based upon this whole thing. My whole thing is I'm just very leery about the whole thing, bro. I'm just very leery about being in a space, a studio with another woman. Like, not because I'm fearful of what I may do, but like, yo, girl, what's good?
You're gonna be next to me all the time.
You need that protection, which is why I love the fact that even when I have females here for interviews, my son is behind the board. And never be in a, fellas, never be in a space with a female unmonitored, ever.
Best thing you can do is try to find you a partner.
You know, and to even go off of that, sometimes it depends on what's in that person's heart, man.
I'm not trying to condemn nobody, but by all means, man.
Yo, protect yourself. If it wasn't for the fact that she wrote a note stating that she's going to try to out Metro, that she's going to try to get him for like 3.4 to 3.7 mil, that she was just a middle person, right?
If you are addicted to sex, get some counseling. And listen, you look at the Bible, David was tempted when we saw about sheep. So do what you can to kind of, because you called for greatness and all that stuff like that take you. And sexual temptation
is the downfall.
So like, shout out to Metro making it out of this.
It is always based upon the lack of self-control. E.T. was like, yo, you got to stop having sex. And dude was like, what you talking about? He said, because we for greatness, and we are not going to be taken down by your sexual lust. If you want to be a part of this, you got to get that up. And my man is doing great for himself.
And the Proverbs say prosperity destroys the fool. And maybe God looking out for you.
Or sometimes God will give you over to your desires, and then you get all those things. And hopefully y'all take to heart all the things that we've been saying, the advice we've been given. We're just going to have y'all think about stuff for your own career, your own music.
That your do's and don'ts and stick to them.